real business owners.
You know, you can go back to, I think it's episode 3, where we talked about the strategies that we're using in order to grow real business owners. And it's like 25 or 30 minutes. It's laid out step by step on everything that we do in order to build our personal brand. So we're giving the game to you guys really for free at zero cost, right? You guys are just listening in, and we're trying to bring value to your life, so that at one point when you get frustrated with your accountant or your CPA, or you need an accountant or CPA, who's going to be top of mind?
Right.
We're going to be top of mind.
Yeah.
You're going to want to be in our ecosystem and do business with us because you know us, like us, and trust us.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. And so we now don't spend $15,000 a month. We have zero marketing budget at this point for Easier Accounting, because we still onboard just as many clients as we ever have through the podcast and through social media, right? And so, yes, in the beginning, you're spending money and you're not going to see that big of a return. But the idea is this is a long-term play. You know, imagine in 3, 4, 5 years, you can keep spending that $5,000 a month. And in 5 years, you've spent $60,000 per year. You've just spent, what is that? $300,000 in advertising expense, because you're always chasing that immediate customer rather than trying to chase a follow, right? Getting a follow means you're getting eyeballs for many, many years.
Yep.
You might not do business with that individual in the first 6 months or the first year, but maybe on year 2, they need your services and they ultimately reach out to you based upon the fact that you've brought value to them, right? And so it's super, super important, because let's say you spent $60,000 a year for the first even 2 years. That's $120,000. What if you now have 100,000 followers in your local area? If you're a real estate agent, right, and your area is only 300,000 or 400,000 population, you now have 25% of the market following you, right? And at that point, you now have the eyeballs to just remarket to them through your content and giving them value. And then now you're pulling business at zero cost. You could shut off your marketing expense if you want. But if you're always paying for a new client, you're always going to have to pay for a new client. You know, eventually some maybe referrals and things like that will kick in 5 years, 10 years, when you have a large enough client base, right, or customer base to where you can start asking for referrals. But again, the eyeballs on your business, you could do that same thing. Hey, send me a referral and I'll send you a $100 gift card. You could do that to your audience if you really wanted to, and have an incentivized referral program with them and help line their pockets with money just by saying, hey, you guys should work with Easier Accounting, or you should work with this real estate agent or this insurance broker or this mortgage guy. And if you guys are not focused on personal branding, what I want you to really focus on right now is the individuals that you value, or the individuals that bring value into your life. Do they have a personal brand? Does Andy Frisella have a personal brand? Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
What does Ed Milet? Without a doubt. Does Tony Robbins? Without a doubt. You know, anybody anymore in this day and age, they're going to have a personal brand that puts them on a pedestal, that allows them to ultimately attract clients or customers. And if you're not doing that in 2021, you're being very short-sighted, right? You're short-sighting your business because you're just thinking about today. When we went into this personal branding thing with real business owners, we talked about 3 to 5 years. Let's not necessarily look at it and try to evaluate whether it's really benefiting us or our business in the first 6 months or the first 12 months. Just like in business, you're not going to go into business in the first 6 or 12 months, say, this business isn't working, I'm done, right? It takes time to grow a business, just as it will take time to grow a personal brand.
Right.
You've got to understand those are very similar concepts. A personal brand is almost like a business, and it's going to take time to get the attention. It's going to take time to get attention on your business. It's going to take 3 to 5 years to get your name out there where people kind of know what you're doing, and you've survived the startup phase. Because even when we started Easier Accounting, you know, people thought it was a joke, right? They probably didn't take it too serious. And then, you know, they're watching from afar, seeing if we slip and fall or if we just don't make it. And then now 5-6 years into the company, you know, we now have a lot of people that we know personally in our local area reaching out, hey, love your guys' content. I'd love to link up with you. Hey, I want you guys to do my tax returns. And so it's taken a while for them to ultimately realize that this business is something that we take very, very seriously, and ultimately get to the point where they trust us to start doing business with us. And it takes time to build that trust, right?
I would say that that putting some focus here first, and obviously we took a long route to this. You know, we were always hustlers, grinders, making sales, building companies, and we've done multiple things, and we've succeeded and we've failed and we've done all the stuff. But putting some focus on building your personal brand and putting content out there is really, in hindsight, like a shortcut to building your network, right? Because, I mean, let's be real. We've built our company off networking.
Yep.
And when we started building Real Business Owners, it's given us a lot more power to continue to expand on our network.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, man, like, people want to work for us.
Yeah.
People that work for you are a part of your network. You know, people want to do web development for us that are a part of our network, like because of our brand, right?
Yep.
People want to be around you. The right people want to be around you, and you've expanded your network, and then people want to do business with you. They want to hire you. So it's really kind of a shortcut, but I agree, man. You got to have, going into it, thick skin. You are going to get hate.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to have, some willingness to just get through it and put it out anyway, even if you're not 100% confident in that video or that blog that you wrote or the email that you're getting ready to send out to your following. Like, and you're going to figure out as you go, like, all the different ways that you can continue to add buckets to your people. Like, some people are going to want to read long content from you. Some people are going to want to watch longer videos or short content. They're going to want to be on your email list, but they're going to open that email because it's from you and they follow you and they found you on whatever it is, social platform that you've put your focus. But some of those people are going to want to come work for you. Some of those people are going to want to buy your product or buy your service. And in all reality, man, that's really the power of it. Is it really is creating a shortcut to building your network.